My name is Steve Shearing. I own the Amsoil Snowcross race team. We've taken the Amsoil products to the extremes and they've delivered every single time. Last race of the season at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, one of our drivers was out in front, got rear-ended, broke the heat exchanger. We lost all our coolant the second lap of the 15-lap main event. Our driver was able to finish a race in a top 5 position with the motor still running. The good thing about the Amsoil products, it's so constant. You know, we have the exact same performance results time after time after time. For more than a decade, we've been winners with Amsoil.
Welcome back to Sledded 24/7. I'm Misha Johnson, and we are here in Hayward, Wisconsin, a place that snowmobilers just love to come and ride the trails. Now, you know, a few episodes ago, we headed out to Utah with 4 lucky contestants as they get the opportunity to ride with their favorite sled neck freestyle rider. And guess what? We have the final chapter of this Polaris assault camp. Take a look.
Back in January, we got a chance to tag along with 4 lucky winners as they headed out to Utah to embark on the Polaris Assault Camp Part 2. 4 average riders, 3 sled necks, and 1 massive mountain terrain that's just begging to be ridden. From handling to boondocking, banking to jumping, our 4 riders got schooled on the do's and don'ts of great mountain riding. And back at the ranch, Sledneck's Dan Adams, Randy Sherman, and Paul Thacker had one more surprise for our winners.
We've got a brand new, truly awesome new RMK Assault coming out for 2011, and we thought what a perfect opportunity then to show these guys the sleds that they just got used to, show them that there's just a whole other generation coming.
They took us over to the Polaris Tent. Tent was almost completely empty, but there was this curtain there.
You guys ready to see this?
And they pulled the curtain on us when we got to see the 2011 sled. You know, they had it running and then they pulled the curtain, just, you know, jaw-dropping.
Lightweight, slick lines on it. The suspension looks unreal. I wish I could come back to Assault Camp next year just to be able to ride that thing. It looks sick.
For the ultimate experience in backcountry freeriding, Polaris has done it again with the 800 RMK Assault. The wider ski stance makes it perfect for hill climbing. And the Walker Evans shocks with remote reservoirs prevent fading on even the hardest backcountry landings. This is one sled that's sure to take the world by storm in 2011.
All right, guys, it's our last day of Assault Camp. We're going to head across the road over here and get into some bigger mountains. But before we leave, I wanted to introduce you guys to some Avalanche equipment. We've got some beacons. We've got some ABS pillow packs that ABS was nice enough to let us borrow for the Assault Camp. Let's talk about this. This is just a D3 Ortovox beacon. The next thing that I want you guys to wear today is this is your basic pillow pack made by ABS. Well, the way a pillow pack works is that when you're buried in an avalanche or an avalanche occurs and you pull this lever here, we've got these 2 huge pillows of air that come out. And what that's trying to do is keep you on top of the snow. So you're out riding, you're out side hill and cross-cutting a slope, and all of a sudden, you know, 100 feet above you, it cracks. What are you gonna do? Reach and pull. So just like that.
It was now time for our winners to gear up for one last ride in the pristine powder of the Utah mountains.
You know, when this whole Polaris idea of what they put together and what they're doing, again, to take, you know, what they mentioned earlier, the average Joes, and partner up with some of the industry's best, the sled necks, the guys that do this day in and day out, and they're very good at it. It really, you know, flows through with the brand. Obviously, to let you ride the mountain sleds, for myself being a trail rider and having the opportunity to ride in the mountains, as well as get the valuable knowledge and experience and wisdom from guys that do it all the time. This whole weekend and experience from what Polaris put together and giving me the opportunity to come to Assault Camp, it's just been a, you know, one of the best weekends of my life.
When I first got here this weekend, I had a few things in mind that I really wanted to learn. They satisfied those requirements beyond my wildest expectations. Some of the stuff that we were doing by the end of the weekend, I never thought that that could possibly be something that I could do.
You know, we learned some really awesome moves. You know, of course, being from the mountains, I thought I knew a lot, but taught me a whole lot more things that I can pass on to my friends. And so it's been a memorable moment, a lot of new techniques, want to learn some more.
It was more than what any of us expected, and it was just a really life-changing experience for me, because I didn't think that was something I could do or come as quickly as it did for me, but it's really a cool feeling.
I think that, I thank Polaris wholeheartedly for this opportunity. This whole experience has been one to remember for a lifetime.